If you're finally seeing some weight loss progress and you see the holidays coming up and you are just really nervous that you're gonna lose all that progress you worked so hard for, this video is for you. The holidays are full of those high-calorie foods and sweet treats you really only get once a year, and so you have to constantly remind yourself how dedicated you are to your weight loss goals. So what do you do? And is it even possible to lose weight this time of year? The answer is yes. It is totally possible to lose weight, to continue your weight loss goals, and to still enjoy the holiday season. I'm gonna share with you some tips I've learned along my own weight loss journey that have been very helpful to sticking to my plan and maintaining my goals. So let's get started. So first and foremost, let me start by assuring you it is not inevitable that you're gonna gain weight during the holidays. In fact, I first decided to start changing my behaviors and start trying to lose weight on Thanksgiving Day, when I realized I don't wanna be doing this anymore and I don't wanna gorge myself. I wanna stick to my plan and I wanna actually finally hit my goals. I figured if I could do it on Thanksgiving, I could do it on any day. So we're gonna talk about my 10 rules for how to enjoy the holiday season and maintain my weight loss goals. These are the same rules I use for myself and I share with my coaching clients so that they can enjoy the holiday season but maintain their progress at the same time. Rule number 1, have clear goals. Now this is a great tip for any type of weight loss plan or any type of goal setting you have, but you wanna maintain some very clear goals so that you aren't steered off the path while you're trying to maintain your progress. And having clear goals is especially helpful when we're tempted constantly during the holiday season. Now, I've talked before about defining your why. Why is it that you're wanting to lose weight? What's motivating you to stay on track with your goals? When you've reached your goal, what will that bring you? What will that look like? Understanding your why is very helpful, especially if it's something that's near and dear to your heart, because when you're tempted, that temptation is not nearly as powerful as achieving your why and finally achieving your goals. Rule number 2, watch your portions. There's really something satisfying about having a nice big plate of food and then finishing the whole plate. But what about if we take that plate and we make it a little bit smaller? So you're still finishing your plate, but you actually have less food on the plate when you finish it. I know it sounds crazy, but it actually makes a big difference. The smaller plate, if you have a fuller plate and you finish it, you still feel just as satisfied. And those portions during the holiday season can really add up. So having a way to actually cheat the system and have the same types of foods on your plate, but just less of them, especially those high-calorie foods during the holidays, will be very helpful. Rule number 3, drink lots of water. Did you know that just drinking a glass of water before a meal will not only help with weight loss, but will also help you reduce your overall portion size? When we're dehydrated, we tend to eat more. So drinking a large glass of water before your meal will actually make you feel more satisfied while you're eating your meal, and you won't overeat because you won't really need to fill your stomach up as much. Also, this works really great if I'm kind of snacky and I'm trying to figure out, am I snacky or am I bored? So what I do in those situations is I have a glass of water and then I wait for 30 minutes. After those 30 minutes, if I am still hungry, then I know that it's time to actually have a snack because I'm actually legitimately hungry. Oftentimes though, I'm no longer hungry after that glass of water and the 30 minutes, which shows me it was either that I was just too snacky or I just needed some water. Rule number 4, prioritize protein. It's always a good idea to prioritize protein at every meal. Protein is essential for healthy hair, nails, skin, plus it's delicious and it makes you feel fuller longer. Like I mentioned in my video on why women need to eat more protein, try to aim for at least 20 grams of protein with every meal. That's including snacks. It'll help you feel fuller, longer, and satisfied, and it'll help your body as well. Rule number 5, bring a healthy dish to share. One of the hardest parts I found about the holidays is all of these get-togethers and holiday parties and potlucks and all these things where you're not able to really control your food intake as much as if you were in your own home. So to navigate this, I follow a few guidelines. I bring food to the party to share that I am 100% eating that and only that while I'm there at the party. And chances are I found that someone else at the party will be super thankful that you brought something that they can eat. Another option is to have a protein shake or a larger meal before going to the party. You know, there's no rule that you have to eat all the food that everybody brought there. So don't feel pressured about what other people might think. Instead, feel the pressure to maintain your goals and to make sure that you're aligned with what you actually want to be doing, not what you think other people want you to be doing. Rule number 6, make it worth it. So this is a rule I always use, especially during the holidays, when I'm confronted with a situation and I have to decide whether or not I'm gonna have some goodies or a special treat with the family. I ask myself, is this worth eating? So is this something that will bring me joy and I will deal with the small setback I have with my weight loss goals, if any, because it's worth it? Like a homemade pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving that I made with my children? Or is this not worth it and I will totally regret it probably immediately after eating it? It's not gonna taste good and it just really doesn't align with what I enjoy anyway. Now, you get better and better at this game of is it worth it? And it really does take some time and failing at it and thinking something is worth it when it's actually not, to create that barometer for the future. So think of all of these opportunities to learn how to apply it to the future, because you can remember how you felt about it the last time and you don't want to do that again. Rule number 7, limit drinks and desserts. So notice that I'm saying limit here and not completely avoid. You know I'm a fan of that cleanish lifestyle. You want to be able to enjoy those foods, but they do add up in added fats and sugars and just all of those extra calories. So we do want to make sure that we're not having them too often. We want to limit them. And this is really where assessing whether or not it's worth it comes into play. So for example, there's a cookie shop in Dallas that I absolutely love. It's called the Cookie Society. They make the best cookies ever. And whenever we go as a family, you can bet I'm getting myself a cookie there. But if we're going through the drive-thru and everybody wants to get like a shake or an ice cream somewhere that I'm not a huge fan of, I will pass on that because I know those moments aren't worth it. And if I do those moments all of the time, that's gonna add up and I won't be able to enjoy the cookie from Cookie Society and also my weight loss progress. It's really about aligning your behavior with your goals and being consistent. Rule number 8 is weigh yourself regularly. So I recently shared a video on how effective is it to weigh yourself every day. And it turns out that people who weigh themselves daily are more likely to reach their weight loss goals than those who don't. And why is that? It's basically you're paying attention to it. You're focusing on how much weight you're gaining or losing every day, and you're able to make quick changes to your behavior that following day in order to accommodate and make your weight either go down or up, depending on what your goals are. For example, it's really easy if every morning during the holiday season, you're weighing yourself and you're noticing you're going up by half a pound each day. And you're gonna see that then when someone offers you eggnog or something that day, especially if you don't really care for eggnog, you're gonna easily say, no thank you, and you're gonna choose to have better choices that align with your goals. Rule number 9, plan ahead. Having a plan is always a good idea. Whether it's a plan on how you want to approach the holidays for your weight loss goals, how many macros you're going to eat in that specific day, what holiday foods you want to prioritize and make sure that you're getting that year. Planning is that it helps us prepare for those foreseeable situations and find a solution ahead of time when we're not stressed. Will the plan always work? No, it probably won't, but it does set us up for success the majority of the time. And it helps us keep a plan for what our behaviors are gonna be that will align with our goals. And if your plan does fail, you can use that information so that you can plan better the next time. Everything is about being better than yesterday and focusing on how we can improve our behaviors and our planning so that we can align all of that up to reach our goals. My rule number 10 is enjoy the holiday. So the holiday season should be a time when you're enjoying family and friends, enjoying the actual holiday, and not being too stressed about all of it. And like I shared in rule number 9, having a plan is gonna help you enjoy the holidays so much more because you're not gonna be stressed the whole time about, am I doing the things that align with my goals? You've already thought that through, you've made your plan, and now it's time to just execute. Plus, if you think about it, the holidays in the US where we have food associated with them and they're days where we tend to eat a lot of food, only account for 3% of the total days in a year. So that means that even if you factor in a few other days where you're eating more than you normally would, you still have over 90% of the other days to be consistent and to reach your goals. And all we're looking for is about 90% consistency, and that's gonna be where you need to be. That's that cleanish lifestyle that's gonna get you to where you wanna go while you're enjoying the holidays and your lifestyle. If you would like some extra support during the holiday season, I do have a few new openings for coaching clients, and I would love to help you. Just click the link in the description or on the screen and submit an application. Happy holidays. Here's to being better than yesterday every day. I'll see you in the next video.